What's going on, good people? I'm Trayvon Miles. Jeff Harris is also here. And this, of course, is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Welcome to our 1 hour special, our third annual DSI Coaches Conference. That's right. We've got a live studio audience. This place has been electric so far. So without further ado, let's toss it over to the wall where Jeff is standing by with our first set of previews.
Hey, thanks so much, Trey. So we begin our trek at the very top. You know it all too well. And here we go. One of the deepest conferences represented in studio today, the Bayside North. Colonel Richardson coming off a 4-6 season in 2016. The team looking to replace the dynamic all-conference back in Eric Joseph. The program has compiled 8 wins over each of the last 2 seasons, which is good for the most wins over any 2-year span in 10-plus years in program history. Check them out. Colonel also went 2-1 against the Bayside South just a season ago. Now to Easton, a team we previewed, Trey, if you remember, about 10 days ago or so, finished 2016 7-3, just missing the playoffs. They returned quarterback Mason Ledford, one of the top QBs in the conference a season ago. The Warriors also dropped 3 games last season by a combined 14 points. Now to Kent County, quite the resume last season. 2016 1A East Region champs fell to the eventual state champions Fort Hill, beat Cambridge for the first time in 20 years last year, graduated All-State running back Marquand Green, 4 consecutive playoff appearances, but can they make it 5? Trey, we're going to have to wait and see until this season. And now to North Carolina, who went 9-3 in 2016. The team is 2 years removed from a state semifinal appearance in 2015. Defensive tackle Jamian Franklin and running back David Bailey Jr. both have verbal commitments to major Division I colleges, and they have 21 wins in the past 2 years, which is good for the most in the Bayside. For more about the Bulldogs, let's send it back over to Trey, who's standing by with our very first guest.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm being joined now by North Carolina head coach James McCormick. Coach Mac, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being our first guest here on. I'm sure you're not too shy about being on camera, but my first question for you is, how would you describe the Bayside North as a conference?
You know, it's a deep conference. The Bayside North, I think, has a tremendous amount of talent. We have some good coaches. Has been for the last 5 or 6 years. You know, I think we've done a pretty good job getting teams in the playoffs and developing football in the North. Coach,
how the last 3 years have been groundbreaking for your program. How would you describe how all this came together and how this happened?
A lot of hard work. You know, it started years ago, development of the Pop Warner program. We had a lot of coaches involved in that. We had some good feeder programs coming out of that, kids coming into the high school. It hasn't been easy. It hasn't been fun all the time, but I think it's paid off.
And, Coach, it definitely has. All right, you got 2 major Division I signees on your roster. Jamian Franklin, defensive tackle, committed to Notre Dame. That's big time. And David Bailey Jr., your running back, committed to Boston College, also big time. I was up there covering you guys. How has that done waves for your program so far?
It's brought a lot of
media
good,
attention.
Well, a lot of good media attention has brought us, and it's validated a lot of things that we're doing and a lot of things that we're preaching to our kids. So it's been good for everybody. It's awesome for those 2 young men. They made great decisions on the schools that they're going to get to go to, but I think it's been great for the program too.
And, Coach, you guys went to a state semifinal when your current seniors were sophomores.
Right.
So how do you get back to that level with this being their final year in Ridgely?
It's you got to have some luck. You know, it doesn't happen that easy. Yeah, you just got to work each week, you know, get better. You know, one of the things we preach to our guys, and we've been telling them that we're going to grind, we're going to work hard. On Friday night, we're going to put our 11 up. The other team we're playing is going to put their 11 up, and we're going to see what's what.
Well, Coach, I'm really thinking that your 11 against anybody's 11 in the Bayside will do pretty well. Coach James McCormick, thank you so much for joining us. Good
Thanks
luck
for having me on.
this season.
Appreciate it.
That's it for our first set of previews. When we return, we keep things in the Bayside North. Another special guest joining me. Keep it here to Delmarva Sports Insider.
It's head coach Brendan Ireton, Kent County Trojans. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.